Man, I've been listening to a lot of podcasts, a lot of different people's opinions, a lot of videos, and we're talking about the power of the Scorpio. And I want to say that it seems like it's about as powerful as a 980 Ti or a 1070. That's what I'm thinking. And on AMD side, I guess about a 480 if it's overclocked or optimized for. Let's go with a 1070 because from my experience, I believe the 980 Ti is faster. It's not faster like when you the factory way, but if you overclock it, the 980 Ti can be faster than the 1070. Even if the 1070 is overclocked from my recollection or from what I've seen. But anyway, I mean, this is just from looking at different websites and stuff, and I've got a 980 Ti, so but anyway, just looking at it, because these things are around 6 teraflops. The 1070 is around 6. The 980 Ti can be over 6 if you overclock it. So all of these things I believe are around the same area in terms of power. But I have to say the Scorpio is gonna have the advantage because the whole system is customized, and on top of that, it seems like people are, well, not people, but developers so far, because there's only really one that we know of with the Forza demo, but Microsoft's developers are really gonna be optimizing their games to run on it. So it should enable it to I guess perform up there with maybe something that might be 7 or 8 teraflops, I guess, on the PC side because of the optimizations, to remove bottlenecks and whatnot. And this is going based upon me listening to the Digital Foundry videos and whatnot. I think he's made like 4, maybe 5 so far talking about it. So it's interesting to see the improvements for this system. It's great, man, to engineer the way they've been engineering this to make something that may not cost as much as a high-end PC maybe, but bring out the full potential of 6 teraflops is amazing. And honestly, I believe that the hardware, as far as PC hardware go, the manufacturers and the developers are gonna have to step it up, because I mean, it's a lot of emerging technology right now in the PC market. So who's to say where it's gonna go? Those bottlenecks that exist on PC may disappear in a few years, but you got to look at, you're bringing together so many different parts from different manufacturers to make a high performance machine. So there's that disadvantage, but anyway, I just think that the Scorpio is just gonna do good, man. It's gonna be a beast for 6 teraflops, but it people are ridiculous saying that it's gonna compete with high-end PCs. That's still not happening. Just the raw horsepower alone, man, they it can't be matched. I mean, you talking about something that might cost a couple of $1,000s, you just can't beat it. Even if the optimization is horrible, it's still gonna, just the raw horsepower available to whatever game you put on PC, man, it's just gonna pull through. The demo that they showed for Forza, man, I mean, is really not that impressive, because you're talking about Apex, I guess, on PC, the demo, I suppose, or whatever it's called, and they ran it on Scorpio. And some people are saying it's comparative to a 1070. I'm like, I want to see the specs of that system that they compared it to, because well, let's take the 1070 out of it, and let's say a 980 Ti. A 980 Ti will easily run that game with a good system, attached to it, a good motherboard and RAM and CPU and all of that. The whole shebang will easily run that game, man, at 4K, probably past 60 with all the settings. I can't say because I mean, I don't have it to test, but it just makes sense in so many ways. I could be wrong. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I could be, but it just doesn't make sense, because the 980 Ti is still a beast of a card, and you can't even compare it to something like a 1080 or a 1080 Ti or a Titan. But still, man, the price is gonna be what tells all. Because if they release this at $700 or something like that, that would make sense to me. that's probably what they should charge for. But they probably gonna charge less. You know, try to get the system out there for a lot of people. But I don't know. I listen to what Phil Spencer says about the Scorpio being high end and whatnot, and for, like, you know, core gamers and whatnot, and he's expecting for the 1S to, you know, outsell it. So why even try to compete? They should just release it and sell it at a profit. They should release it at $700-$800 or whatever and just be done with it. You know what I'm saying? But those are just my thoughts about it so far. So thanks for listening, man. Peace.